Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another session with myself, Achaidh. It is I, and I have returned with some more map-making sessions. Well, a session, in fact. Let us bring the UI back. What we're going to do firstly is have a crack at making some battle maps within Flowscape. If you're not familiar with Flowscape, well, you probably should be, because it's kind of cool. You can create pretty much anything. I've created a town map, and that's what we're going to do today. And so, let us just do a little bit of social mediarizing and share this out with a few of our lovely subscribers over on the Discord. And then what we're going to do is make, I think I'll aim for 3 or 4 battle maps. See how we get on. And one thing I might do is go for some different music, because, well, this is not quite to my liking. Okay, with the Witcher soundtrack. That'll do. That'll do. Or should we go for Total War Warhammer? Total War Warhammer 2 soundtrack. There we go, that'll be a bit better. Let's stick that on in the background. And let's go ahead and mute this, because as much as I love Flowscape, there we go, that's better. Silence at last. There we go, that's better. Now we have something a little bit more fitting. Much better, much, much, much better. Now, we can crack on with making a map. For those of you just trickling in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome for... Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you trickling in, we are going to be doing some map creation here on Flowscape. I have a 3D model of a piece of dirt in front of me right now, and we're going to create something beautiful out of this. Now, first of all, I'm going to create a cart that's fallen in the water. But first, we need a cart. And don't worry, this is going to look beautiful when it's done. We're going to need a slight shift in scale first, I think, so let us just have a little tweak with that. Turn the volume down just a tad, because as much as I love this soundtrack, it's bloomin' loud. There we go, that was a bit too dramatic. There we go, now we have some mellow ambient noise. Jesus. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. My ears are no longer bleeding. I'll bring it back a bit for you guys. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right, let's try one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a map making, let's call it a tutorial, let's call it an experiment. Wow, that actually looks pretty damn realistic until you go all the way up here, in which case it looks awesome. This is Flowscape, and we're going to be creating some battle maps for our Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay campaign. Just pick this up, Mark, awesome. So hopefully this will be useful. Now, this is going to look completely different in only a few minutes, but first of all, what we need to do is make this a little bit larger. So we're going to go tiling. We're just going to create the tiles roughly around there. We don't want it too... We don't need this to be too large. Terrain size, we're going to go roughly sort of here. It doesn't need to be too big. We're not going to be going for snow, so we'll turn that off, and now we can start placing a cart on the map. So this is going to be a cart that has fallen off the road into the river. So first we need to find the cart by mouse wheeling through, and if we start with this cart, we can hold shift to rotate it. We can go on this, press 1 or 2 or 3 to choose the different controls, and we can put it here, we can go there, and we can go here, we can go here, here, there we go. Right, so that's looking a little bit more like a cart that's fallen in the water, but obviously the River Tarn is going to be a lot larger than this, so the cart is simply too big. There we go, much better. So here is our cart that has fallen in the water. We'll go just about there. There you go. Now you're probably thinking, wow, it's not a particularly good battle map, Hydra. Well, don't worry. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see that you can create some absolutely epic on this. It's absolutely awesome. So we're just going to do a little bit of land sculpting first, because you kind of need to do that before you're going to go messing around with, what do we call it? Well, anything else really. So we can create slightly higher land by doing this. I'm going to be going... I want a little bit of a... gradient here. There we go. So I want it to be believable that this fell down the bank. So there you go. We're going to raise this up a little bit. Fly over here. We'll flatten this off in a moment so it's a little bit more believable. Okay. That's looking better. That's looking more. There we go. Right, now what we can do is we can hold control, because as you can see, this is all a bit of a mess over here. Actually, that's not too bad. I want a path over there. Okay. So now what we can do is hold control, and what it'll do is start to flatten this. So you'll see if we go around the other side that it's a little bit skew-if. So it's going to be difficult to try and sell this as a road. There we go. There we go. First comes the sculpting. You make it pretty later, okay? First you need something pretty to... You need something, let's say, of a reasonable shape to work with. Right, there is a decent cliff edge. I like that. Doesn't have to be too flat, just needs to be flat enough. That can be where it fell off the edge, dunk, 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 which means it's facing the wrong direction. Let's fix that. Yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay, we need it to be semi-believable. Need it in keeping with physics, at least. There we go. Okay, and there'll be lots of other bits and bobs down there. Right, other side of the river. What are we going to do over here? I think we need to do a bit more sculpting to make this a little bit more believable. So, oh, let's turn the strength up a little bit. Yoink. Slightly larger. We'll probably do some forests over here. There we go. How's the volume coming through for you guys, by the way? Da-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee. There we go. I think we'll make that a little bit... Yoink. Whoa, easy, easy. Hold control, sort it out, sort it out. Okay. Right, so now we've got a nice little valley where our cart has fallen in a small river. So let's go ahead and start playing with the terrain now and trying to make this look a bit more reasonable. So control, what do we want for our terrain number 1? Bearing in mind we can change the colours at a later date. Okay, well, let's just change that a little bit first. Not too much. Okay, so maybe how okay, the question is, what season do we want? How green do we want it? That's not too bad. I'm not too happy with... Let's go for this mask. I prefer that. It's a little bit more even. Right, there we go. And are we public at the moment? Are we public at the moment? It's let's have a little check. Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Well, it doesn't say I'm not public, so there you go. Live and sculpting. There you go. I even did that, everyone. Right. Over there. Doink. That's better. Right. Back to picking various ground types. I'm going to stick to this one, I think. And we're going to go slightly smaller on the tiling. Yeah, okay. 2 green. That's actually not bad. That's more autumn, though. Okay, that's good. I like that one. So ground 2, I think we'll mix in some rocky terrain. Rocky or muddy? What do you think? Rocky or muddy? We can change the brightness, of course, just to make it blend in a little bit. That's good. That's good. I like that. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We're just going to check the riverbed, and we're just going to change that to, you can go sand, you can go whatever you damn like, but I think it looks good if you go for something that looks a little bit more believable. Something like that. But if you turn the brightness down, oh, okay. Oh, steady on. Down you go. Put the strength down. Okay, so as you guys will have probably remembered from last time, it takes a while to get things to a point where you can start doing the, let's call it the pretty stuff. There we go. I like that though. This is where the road will be. So let's draw on a road. We can go paint, we can go here, we can go tiling, we'll go like that. There we go. Is that the road we're going to do? It's not a bad looking road. Or that one, or that one, or that one. What's this one? I think that's the road we got to go for. Okay, let's clear that though, and just go to nah. Erase, clear, paint. Okay, tiling wise, we can change that to large tile. Problem is it looks too organized, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks too organized. Let's see what else we've got. We got that. Let's hold that for a second. We can change this at a later date. We need trees. We need trees. So if we have a look at the size of these, way too big. So what we'll do is we'll find the size of objects, put them down a little bit. Okay, that's reasonable. I'll put it down just a tiny bit more and put the size variation up. Okay, now we're going to start making this look pretty, but first, just before we do that, actually, I think what we'll do is there we go. So we're going to have it looking, okay, we need them a little less dense. There we go. There was a few too many trees per square inch over there. So we'll go for a little bit of a mixture. I'm going to change the colours in a moment as well, because this is a little bit it's a little bit vibrant for me. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and turn the saturation down a little bit. There we go, that's better. Let's put the background on something a little more. There, that's better. Definitely better. How are we doing in chat, by the way, guys? You doing good? Oh, no. Definitely going to go for something like this for the mate. That's much better. There we go. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Have some more trees. Yoink. Now you could, you don't necessarily have to just paint these yourself. And I think what we're going to need to make this look a little bit more natural is to actually grow some stuff ourselves. So let's start with some of these. Oh no, we'll start with some, let's see what size is like. Way too small. Way too small, so you can be considerably larger. Nope, you can be a little bit smaller. Yep, that'll do. Now you want them to grow straight up wherever they're growing. What we're going to do is we're going to click this. We're going to make them grow between the red and the blue here. So there, I think. No, there. There we go. And we can just click go. Actually turn that up a little bit too. And these will just start populating themselves. There we go. And you'll see if you give these a few minutes, they'll just keep cropping up. We don't even need a few minutes. We'll need a while though. We'll need a while. Because I want this to look fairly decent. I can go through and delete some if they've gone a little OTT at the end, but I want a decent amount of these, and I can start painting some on manually as well, so I can do a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of this around here, a bit of that there, that along there, that along there, So I might decide to have a little bit more of a denser spot along here. There you go, so we'll just go through and really... There you go. So, that's looking nice. It's not quite right there yet, though. So we're going to stop, and we're going to do some rocks in here as well. So, let's just see what sort of size we come up with them. Okay. We can get rid of those. That's fine. We'll come back to those. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit smaller. And I don't want them necessarily in the water. Actually, no, we can have them anywhere. There we go. So let's just sort of spawn a few rocks around. There you go. That looks better. We'll do some tree trunks. With their sort of bits of trees. There you go. Some branches. There you go. We're going to need some bushes as well. Let's pick some bushes that will look appropriate for here. So, what are you? Oh, you're nice. I like that. Okay. So, you're not going to be in the water. We'll control that. And you'll be... Oh, you can grow anywhere. Let's go. You're not supposed to grow on the rock, sunshine. So I think what you can do here, actually, which is useful, is you can click to toggle layers paints on terrain, rocks or water. There you go. So basically now they can't grow on top of rocks. Which is just kind of handy. There we go. Right, now this is looking a little bit more like a map. Nice. So what we're going to have to do, though, is go through with a damn... just clear up our path. There might be a tool to stop stuff growing on the path, but I haven't found it yet. I like the fact that this leads to here, which then leads over the edge to... Yeah, that's neat. Okay, nearly done. Right. So straight away, if this were to be a battle map, I would say that's not bad. That's not bad if you wanted that as a battle map. Got some light forest there. We're nowhere near done though. We're nowhere near done. We've got some small bushes. We're going to make those a little bit smaller. Okay. And those need to grow facing upwards. Right. So we're going to put them a little further away from the water. And they will just grow around here. There we go. Being particularly quiet in chat today, guys. How's everyone doing? It is quite late, to be fair. Right, now we need grass. Grass. I think we'll go with some of that. Let's just see how this size of grass is doing. Okay, I'm going to make you a little larger. Yep. So, not in the water, but anywhere else is acceptable for grass. La-da-dee. La-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. Give a little bit more detail. I think if you zoom in as well, you'll be able to see, like, yeah, good lord. Actually looks really nice once you get down here. I think if you press F, there you go. This is like walking height. Damn, that actually looks great. Okay, so we're gonna... Maybe if we stick a few flowers in too. That might be a good idea. There we go. So on the banks, we can do maybe... Okay, we'll do a combination of stuff that's growing sticking out from the bank and also stuff that's growing flush with the bank. Oh, this is so lush and green. This isn't grimdark at all. This is just pretty. Right, and we've still got a reasonable frame rate here too, which is cool. Right, so I'd say this is one battle map I'm pretty happy with. Okay. I tell you what we can do. Click L there. Now it's locked. There you go. I don't want quite that much. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, let's just go slightly smaller in size for this. Okay, maybe even smaller. I apologize if anyone's getting seasick as well. Okay. Yeah, that looks a little more real though, at least. Right, now what else do we need to stick in here? Giggity. I think some larger logs. Like, that's probably way too big, but... Oh, okay. Okay, around there. Okay. Yoink. A few of them will just fall straight off the edge, but... That's probably too many logs, but that's fine. What are you guys thinking so far? Are we looking good? Are we looking good? I think so. Right. Just make sure the we're up and running. Hey guys, how you doing? For some reason, Mojo, Grim, and everyone, the chat's not actually loaded your messages, so I'm really sorry I haven't responded. Someone lost a cart. Yeah, the pattern variation isn't complex to have the width. Yep, I agree. You can kind of see the kitchen floor pattern. Yeah, definitely. How's it going, Grim? I'm good, Adam. I'm very good, buddy. History of the cart ended up down the water hydra. You'll find out. It's food before D&D confirmed. What's up, Drizzt? Yeah, chat should be bugged on his end. Yeah, no one passed the message on. Can you add an old beaver? I can add some fish. Let's see how big they are. Oh, it's such a nice touch. Like, it's such a nice touch. And then you can go ahead and add, like, a giant fish. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, go on, let's do that. A large fish. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. That's neat. I like that. I like that. It's like a nice pike. Jesus, that's terrifying. Considering how big it is anyway. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and select this fish. Click 3 and then, oh boy. That's scary as hell. Where'd the other one go? Do they just automatically swim around the water, or do they just swim into the scenery? Okay, well, either way, that's amazing. Okay. Yoink! Right, I can see chat now. Hello, Mojo! If they see that fish, they'll go after it, looking for the one ring to rule them all, definitely. Right. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. For map number 1, like, that's pretty good. So, I mean, there's a few things you can do with this. Let's just firstly check and see if there's anything else we want to put here. Maybe a couple of mushrooms. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, we probably don't want, like, the largest mushrooms, because, like, if... Yeah, exactly. You don't want mushrooms that big. Let's look at the flowers quickly, and just see. A few flowers. Yeah, we'll chuck in a few flowers. Okay. And then what you blatantly want is... Oh, where is it? Dragon. A dragon guarding a coach. Right. Hey, a random mushrooms there. Oh, a few random mushrooms. Okay. Right, if I select this, what can we put here? There's got to be something we can put on it. Otherwise it's just a bit... Okay, we'll put one of those there and we'll... Okay, so you can go here, there. That'll be a little bit overgrown, I think. Why would it be at the front of the car? It would be at the back, surely. There we go. Actually, sod it. It's going to be... There. Right, which means, unfortunately, we have to do a little bit of feng shui just to make sure all of this makes sense. Come on, up we go. There is a button to raise the mouse up, but I can't remember what it is. Right. Hang about. You go over there, down here. You go over there, down there. Doink, doink. There we go. 20 minutes ago, the map was just flat blank brown. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of this now, like, that's a cool map. I'd be happy presenting that to my players. What we can do as well is we can make this look a little bit more real by if we go ahead and pick some of the assets which When I say real, what I mean by that is kind of complete. So if we pick the... Oh, where are you? There are some cool trees. Ah, that's what we need. Some dead trees. Gotta have some dead trees too. Right, there we go. Somewhere here is tiles for... I'm trying to navigate this again, good lord. Is this it? Nope. Trying to find the one which gives you large masses of land. There you go. Right. We'll hold shift here. So, that's not quite the one I want, because I don't really want mountains. That might do if we want mountains either side, but I kind of want... Okay, I want woodland. Basically, I just want something flat I can use. Okay, so you're probably looking at that being like, Hydra, what the hell? That's not going to work. Well, non-believers. Here's how you do it. If we go somewhere... somewhere like here. Actually, to be fair, that's a pretty decent map angle. Like, that's perfectly adequate for a map. Perfectly adequate. I'd be happy with that. I'd hope my players would be happy with that. I do actually, looking at this, I can see that there's a little bit of a lack of... Lack of stones. That's what we need. Maximum size variation. Okay. That's too many random stones. Right, smaller area. That's good. I like that. Actually, that's better. I prefer that. Right, just a couple more bushes, I think, and then we're done. How big are you? Jesus! Okay, I want you growing directly upwards. Okay. Nice little flower garden there. A few trees here. Eek! A penis! Okay. Right, that's beautiful. Okay, one map done. One map done. The only thing we need to do is... Now, the reason I put this here on the side is, let's say I wanted a more aerial view. Frickin' controls, man. Let's say I wanted to get a view from here. Like, more of a top-down view. Well, what I'd have to do is, like, hide the river start and stop. Okay, to be fair, I should just get a bigger map, but... So if I went here, let's say, what I'd probably do is... do a bit of that. There you go. Job done. What I'll do is I'll go down size a little bit, change the height variance, put that up a tad, change the trees just a little bit. Put the size back up, go back to here. There we go. That's it. Typed in Flowscape on YouTube search. My stream is third on the list. Bonza. Bonza. Right, there you go. So we can see this crappy bit over here on the right. That's all right. Oh, hey, buddy, you going for a swim? Right. Sadly, I don't think that will really cover it. Oh, hey. I'll tell you what. Go for a walk. No, let's fly because this is a pain. Right, I will find the hotkey to actually go up and down. Yoink. Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Everyone's probably throwing up, but... That's the trick with this. You've just got to find the right angle to be like, yep, there you go. Perfect. Path up there. Yeah, that's neat. I like that. And then you just maybe stick a couple... There you go. Job done. Good looking map. Right. So we'll click this. We'll click save. We'll go far right. Bottom left. Right, there you go. So there's one. Let's make a new map now. Yeah, new map. What are we going to do now? We're going to do... Ah, I've got another one. I've got another one. Compete with a professional. Do I ever get it where it won't paint trees? Yeah, I have had some occasions where it does that. Right, clear plants. We're going to go... let's pick a... Actually, I want to go a little bit more swampy, marshy. Nah. I'm going to go with this. Sculpt a little bit. It's holding control at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I just want to remove a little bit of this so it's more like puddles. Terrain size. Yoink. I'm going to make this bigger than the last one. Tiling, we're going to go pretty small. We'll change the textures in a moment. Okay, let's go. Brightness down, ground to... that's a little too earthy. There we go, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, now we're going to go back to sculpting. Sculpt down a little bit. I want to go with... I want a few little puddles. Okay. There we go. I want to just soften a couple of these a little bit because I feel like they're just triggering me. Right, now we're going to do a collapsed building in the middle here. So I want to... D. That do? Okay, we can make this work. Something in mine or Flowscape can't handle is not enough assets. It does struggle a little bit. Yay, what's up, Stone? How's it going, bud? Okay, so we're going to go with... We're going to try and find a building that we can make out has been... like... half demolished. I think this is going to be a problem, actually. So what I'm going to do just going to have a look for some other buildings that I can pass as like being ruins. So maybe even we need to look at castles and this sort of... I need something that looks like it's been decimated a little bit better. Just home from a long day's work? Ah, fair. Right, there's nothing in there. Okay, so we've got lots of assets that would be nice, but I need ruins. I need... Let's make them smaller. There's some nice buildings, some very nice buildings. What I want is a building that's basically like knackered. And I think that's going to be very difficult to do because there just aren't any assets for something that's like that. Okay, okay, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. We can use like a couple of these. No, we don't need aqueducts. Maybe something like that. And then like a barn or something. Okay, sometimes you just got to bodge assets together to make it look like you want it to. Right. Right. That. If I could put like a ruined front on that, it would kind of work, but I want it to be more like this place is pretty screwed, so what I was thinking of doing, and I don't know how this is going to work, but I was going to be like have half of it sticking out. Okay, let's rethink this for a moment. I need to know what assets I can work with first, so let's try that. Let's take my t-shirt off because it's bastard hot. Okay, there we go. Right, back to buildings. Let's see what we got to work with. Nothing here looks particularly ruined, so I think that the best we're gonna do is like obscure a building that is let's have a see. Ooh, what's this? Nah. I like that building, but it doesn't really work. Okay. Right, maybe actually. Maybe I just use like some of these assets of just bits of wood. Yeah, okay. I'm onto something here. I'm onto something. I'm on it here. I'm on it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know you're worried. It's okay. Everything will be fine. Right. You... Okay. This will be like heavily... Where's my music gone? Yoo-hoo, total war. Where'd you go? Video pause, continue watching. There we go. Right, so if we go here... Yeah, that's where we need. We need that to make it look broken. This will be heavily overgrown as well, so this map is going to look very different by the time we're done with it. Okay. Bit of that, bit of that. Okay, that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. I like that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hang on, I'm going to come back to you in a moment. Doink. 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 Doink, doink. There we go. Ooh, I like this song. Much drama, such wow. Okay. Right, then I think we're nearly done. I only need to just hint that there is a building here somewhere. So that needs to kind of be the other way. So the question is, why did it fall over? Like, that's looking pretty good. I like that, actually. We're getting there. So the thing I like about this is when you start doing this, it kind of you know, starts to build a story really about what's going on. So you know, it's evident that this just collapsed. It's collapsed in on itself. Foundations gave out. Maybe a sinkhole. There you go. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Do we need this here? Like, yeah, it does break up the ceiling a little bit, doesn't it? Right, and I think we're going to use this to try and make the yeah, there we go. Just kind of give the impression that some of the joists are just kind of sticking out. That'll be covered over in a moment, so that's fine. Right, so we'll do like an old road going through here, but that's looking pretty good. Looks like the village burned down, fell over, and sank into the swamp on Sublos. Yeah, that's probably pretty close to it. Right, so what we're going to do is now start populating the world with stuff. What about the green side for me? That's better. We'll go ever so slightly larger. Grow a little quicker, a little bit more wonky. A little bit more wonky. And we're going to go not too near the river. Yep, there we go. And it can be anywhere else. This is where it comes alive really quickly. Okay, so we'll go with a few of those. Few of these. Lots of dead ones. There we go. Lots of dead trees. There we go. Nice. Stop And now we'll do the more interesting stuff. Now we go with like shrubbery. Ugh. Shrubbery? I always find the shrubbery needs to be a tiny bit smaller. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. There we go. Now we're getting there. Ugh, there's always a tree that grows somewhere it shouldn't. Ugh, and hang on. There's always a tree that grows somewhere it shouldn't. Okay, come on. Come on, tree. Okay, what I should have done is locked all that. Because, yep. There we go. That's not the end of the world. But I can, like, I should be able to click there. Nope. Right, where are you? I found you. I found you. Right, there we go. Right, locked, 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 unlocked, locked, locked. Okay, the reason you need it locked is that this way, when we go and we get ourselves some stuff like this, we can just click on there and it actually grows on it. That's a nice thing to do, just to blend it in a little bit. I think I'll actually go down in size a little bit here. I could do some stuff that looks a little bit like moss. Yeah, someone's village has had a bad day. Well, we'll say it was once a coaching inn or something like that. Okay, so that looks like kind of like dead moss. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Come on. Sometimes I think it's easier to use a smaller brush. Right, let's do the old reeds, because I do think the reeds are a lovely touch. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, this is going to be... That's a lot of blood. Yeah, I know, dude. Oh, it's giving me a frickin' RSI. Can feel my wrist giving way. Okay, we're just going to frickin' paint this manually. Reeds. Straight up. Larger. Turn that off. There you go. La da dee 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 dee. Think it's not a decent map unless you got reeds all over the water. Probably change the riverbed too in a second, because I think that's kind of missing. Okay. Yoink. It's looking good. Right, on that note, let's have a look at the riverbed, just see what we can change. Brightness. Oh, straight away, that's better. Straight away. But we could change the material of the riverbed too, like... Ground 2, ground 1, ground 2. I think... should we go for that? Maybe a little bit dirty. That might be better. I'll tell you what we need to do as well. Because it's done it again. There you go. Change that. Put the height of the sun down a little bit. There you go. Fog? Starting to look better. Starting to look better. We'll turn the fog off for the moment, though. Even though that does look really nice. Okay, intensity of the sun's going to go down a little bit. White balance down. No, we'll leave that there. Exposure. No, we'll leave that there too. Direction of the sun. We'll go a little bit higher with it, I think. Right, what we're going to need is just some stuff to liven it up. So we need rocks. So we'll go smaller rocks. Even smaller rocks. We'll go with these ones, I think. Yep. And we're going to go... Rocks will go not too deep in the water. There we go. And they can be anywhere else. So we'll just give them a few moments to grow, because rocks grow, apparently. That'll help it a little bit. Somehow there's a rock on the roof. Best not to ask questions, really. Because we've locked it, you can get rocks there. That's fine. We'll deal with them in a moment. Okay, so we have rocks. Should we have mushrooms? What size are these? No, we're doing bigger mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms will be selectively growing here. Are they madcap mushrooms? I don't know. You tell me. I'll put a few mushrooms under here because I think that looks cool. Cool. Nice touch. Okay. Why is the rock on top? Nobody knows. Doink, doink, doink. And down you go. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. That's cool. Something about this isn't right, though. I think it's that the ground doesn't contrast enough with the scenery. You know, with the greenery. That's not right either. I'll tell you what we need as well. Mask. I prefer that mask, definitely. I quite like that, but we need some green here. Maybe if I swap them round. So we do like that. Okay, well you go that there and that there. No, not quite. That is maybe... Actually, that's not too bad, is it? I don't think the trees are too suited, though. Let's have a look. Let's see what ground might be a bit better suited here. Maybe that one. Not that one. Maybe this one. UPS, nice to see like maps created in Min. Okay. Sadly, I'm not creating them in a minute, Adam. I'd love to, but I think this is that's a map I'm kind of happy with. Like when you look at them actual top down, I don't really think they're that impressive. Right, there's definite decoration to be done here, so need to really work on the density of the weeds. Problem is when you can see a crisp line on the bank like that, I really think it kind of detracts a little bit from how, you know, how real it looks. It just looks too neat. As you can tell, I really like these reeds. That's so good. Oh, hello. Okay, well, we have some large tufts of grass. Cool. So where is the road going to be? Because there would have been a road that led here, right? I think this is the, like, somewhere around there. So maybe if we go... There we go. Paint. Well, let's paint it first. And then we can obviously worry about the tiling at a later date, but I mean, that's not the right material for a road. Yeah, the problem is there isn't actually a decent dirt path texture. Like, that's the only one you've got, which just doesn't look right at all. So it's a bit of a shame, really, because I'm not a fan of the custom paths. I think the only thing I can do is sculpt and just have it make it look like a path by having it. Oh. Hang about. I'm holding control, not shift. God, it's going loopy. So when you hold control... Okay, it's too strong. It's too strong. Okay, that went badly. We'll just kind of smoothen that out. Happy accident, that's what it's called. Happy accident. Good lord, what the hell happened there? Right. There we go. Well, that's a nice little cliff, but... There we go. Now we have something vaguely resembling a path. There we go. So if I zoom up here now, I think if we went to like here, that would probably be where I would take the angle of this. Or maybe like here. Actually, maybe directly over. Right. Let's say that's our angle, right? That we're going to go with. Let's make this look a bit better because I'm a little... I'm not entirely happy with this yet. We don't have a lot of bushes, so that's something we can work on. Don't think they're right. Yeah, they need to be a little smaller. Yeah, okay, and you're gonna go up one. Doink. Okay, well, that's... yeah, the only other place they can go is there. Okay. Kind of narrow, but... okay. Right, there we go. Right, I know what we need. If I go here, we need much bigger sticks. Much bigger sticks. A few big logs. Anything to just break up the tree line a little bit, really. Down there a little bit, though. Like... there we go. La da dee da dee da dee dee. Dropping logs everywhere. Da da da. And I think I need a lot more stones as well. Okay, right. Stones. Okay, that could work. We go there. Oh, and just let them grow anywhere. Let's do it. Okay. A few that need to be removed. It's getting there, though. Slowly. That's changed the terrain quite a bit. I like that. Okay. We'll just clear a few so it looks a little bit more like an intentional path. There you go. So that's a pretty reasonable battle map, I'd say. Looks alright. Anything else this needs? What do you guys think? Maybe a little bit of colour? I think the water is still something I'm not too happy about, so maybe small stones. Ah, that could be it. Something to break the texture a little bit on the ground. Okay, that's cool. And can do a few mushrooms on top. And a few mushrooms on the wood. That's kind of cool. Right, what else could we throw in here that's maybe makes it look like it was once lived in a bit more? Path, stairs. Okay, so we can put a rotten stairway there. Now, you wouldn't bury someone, like, right where you live. Okay, let's go there. While I'm here, we're going to just make this look more... Okay, we'll have to raise those stones up a little bit, but... That's good, that's good. Whoa, steady on. That's looking good. Do you use grid these up for my encounters, Mark? I probably won't. I'll probably run them as narrative only. So I might grid them up, in which case it's very easy to do. You basically go here, you click map, you click ortho, and then you grid. You choose how many tiles you want. And then you can sort of export that as a very high definition picture. But, you know, it's kind of got its... Yeah, that's kind of how you can do it. Arkham Forge. Oh, an error occurred. RIP Streamlabs. Yes button to keep streaming recording. Right. For some reason, God knows why, it kind of died. So, there you go. That's a thing. There we go. Okay, we'll turn off ortho. Now, when you click Arkham Forge, it crashes, FYI. That's something good to know. Whoa! Yeah, I don't want to continue moving forwards. That does actually look quite reasonable. Like, you can just take a picture there. Looks pretty good. Right, okay, so we'll turn this off, because I'm not in a massive rush to put maps on. Yeah, we crashed, but we're back, Thorg. We're back. Right, I do want to... Okay, firstly, ladder. We'll lock it. We'll bump it, we'll shimmy jump it. Okay. Doink, doink. 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 I don't actually like the ladder being there. That's better. It wasn't pleasing me. We could put you there. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of the mushroom that's inside, but... Okay. No, we don't need one of those. Okay. No, no cart, no carts. What do we need? We need something else here. Something's missing, so... You know what? If we go there, put you that way. Doink, doink. There you go. Well, that looks a bit better now, I think. Dog's having a busy day. Okay, yeah, a cart would be a nice sign of inhabitants, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's go with that. And that one mushroom here has got to go. Doink. Hang on. There we go. What's going to be... So we're going to have a little tugboat there, that there. Maybe we'll have a lamppost here, like a street light outside. I'll tell you what, let's just have a little look through, see what we got in terms of assets for ideas. Flags. Okay, yeah, let's put a couple of those on. Obviously, I'll arrange them in a moment a little bit better. Okay. A little bit of hay. We don't need hay. Yeah, I think that's... I think that's the majority of what we need here, really. I think that's looking pretty good. Ah, maybe a crappy fence. Not a siege fence, like a... Ah. Glorious. Ah, that reminds me, we have the Fisherman's Guild to do as well. So we have a boathouse to do. So, last few bits, we'll just do a little bit of grass. Go with this for grass. Yep. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to turn off drawing on certain layers. So, try and remember what each one of them does. Toggle layers paint on terrain, rocks and water. Okay, so that's terrain, not rocks, not on water. Okay. So now we can do this and it will paint just around the rock. Okay, so I want to try and do this more in the green areas. This is a nice area for, I don't know, goblin ambush. I like it. Actually, what we could do is we could just let it do its thing here. There we go. It might do a couple on the building, but they're fine. So, oh, hello. Yoink, 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 yoink. There we go. Foundry. What game is this for? This is, very simply, Flowscape. So this is like an art tool, I would say, but it's also really good for making maps, battle maps, just towns, images, you name it. So this is I wouldn't call it a battle map, but it's a narrative map. It might have a battle on it, it might not. You could take all sorts of pictures from different angles, like... That's a pretty reasonable angle, if you ask me. There's my ruined building. Actually, I'm going to just doink, 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 doink. Oh, okay, that's nice. Now I think what I'm going to do as well is just to hint that there is, because of the collapse, I'm going to just sculpt here as well. That's nice. It's for Foundry, so you can fight 3D. Well, you can import it into Foundry, but no, it's not for Foundry necessarily, but you can import maps into Foundry. Right, I think that's everything I need here. Right, let's go ahead and do a boathouse now, so we'll save this. That'll be number 2 here. We'll go for bottom left for these. Then we'll go for a new map. Okay, one more map to make. This one I'll try and go a little bit smoother, a little bit quicker. Should work. Bloody hell, it's hot. Leaving a subscribe? Well, thank you very much, Matsu's. I hope you find it useful. There'll be lots of Foundry content for me to be covering in the near future. Now we're going to do the boathouse. Hey, a cat. Okay, we're just going to clear everything off of this. Right, let's start off with, go a little bit larger. Yeah, let's go there, because I do want it to be fairly large. We could go here. Like, if you turned that up, that could be... I mean, it looks more like the river, but... you could just change the riverbed to be more like this. Okay, let's go with this. We'll go with this and we're going to edit it. Sculpt. Okay. Alright. Just so it doesn't look exactly like every other frickin' map. Okay. It doesn't matter too much what the hills are like because... oh, well, we'll flatten this out in a second, but let's go strength a little bit. Let's make this a bit quicker. Right, okay, so now ground, we're just going to go tiling, we'll go up to like halfway. So this will be kind of woodland. Let's change the mask. Okay. Put the brightness down a little bit. Dirt, autumn leaves. I think I'm going to stick with something like maybe this. And we'll go... maybe not quite. Little, we could do better. Okay. Too green and lush. Okay, let's swap them round. That I like. But we need to mix that with a fair degree of green. That's okay. Put the saturation down a little bit. Height the sun down a little. Intensity down. Sky in the background will just go a little bit. There we go, much better. Okay, so now what we need to do is go back to sculpt. Okay, put the strength down just a tad. Just basically ironing out a few of these lumps so they look less round. Okay. Right, and now we're going to go with... think. About that size, I think. Right. Okay, that might do. So this is going to be... Ah, hello. You appear to be missing a texture. Or that's just the sunlight. Jesus. Sculpt that riverbank. I'm doing it. Hang about. Boink. Okay, it was just snow. It was just snow because it was really high. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to go here. Then we need... something like this. There we go. So are they all the same height? So we can shift and select all of them and go down till we get the appropriate height, and then shift and select that too, and then bring it down to a point that it kind of... Doink. Right, there we go. That looks reasonable. There we go. Right. It doesn't look good yet, but don't worry. We'll get there. So now we've locked it, we can put buildings on it. So we could do, actually... Yeah. Doink. I want to have the previous one. It just looks better. Oh, that looks pretty too. Right, come on. Where'd you go? Not that one. Not that one. That one. Yoink, yoink. Okay. We have a scaling issue. Because... yeah, these are too big. So what we're going to do is we're going to find something that fits the scale of that. I mean, it's only a fishing guild that we're building, so it's not going to be too... La-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Maybe we just stick with the last one, but just build more of them. Or I could put wooden tiles on top of them. Okay, well that's about the right size, so doink. Doink, doink, doink. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, well that'll do. That'll do. If I go up to here, are the legs long enough? Yeah, well, no one can see that technically they don't go into the water, so that's fine. So we'll do lock, 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 lock. I shouldn't be able to select any now. Nice. So now we can put a few buildings on here, and we can also find something that looks kind of like a... There we go. Kind of like a coaching inn type building. A tavern. I mean, heck, there's probably a few of these that you could put on the waterfront. Like, there was one that has a nice riverish. I mean, that's a bit big. Because it's kind of, yeah, that's definitely too big. That's just a lovely building, but... Okay. Like... that would do, but... Nah. I mean, it's a fishing guild, but it's not like they're not millionaires. Maybe that one. Let's have a look here. I think these might look a little bit too... Ah, they won't look like guild stuff. Yeah, exactly, Mojo. Exactly. You'd start having a little tipple with this, and before you know it, like... Yeah. You're 50 years old and you've got grandkids. I actually think that's going to be one of the better buildings for this. I really do. Okay. Is that scale-wise okay? Yeah, that's like a river house. So what we have to do is kind of... I have a... That's frustrating. That is frustrating. Because that is frustrating. So what we could do, just to try and fix this issue... Oh, okay. I think that might be the way around this. There we go. Down bio. Yep. No one's ever going to look at it from that angle, but it actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? Not going to lie. Pretty darn good. Right. Doink, doink. Can't look good until it lines up properly, though. There you go. And then that won't do. Ugh. Right, we need music. Where's the music? Yoo-hoo, music. Where are you, Warhammer Fantasy? Cult of Pleasure? Carry on. There we go. Creepy music, confirmed. Sculpt. Yeah, doink, doink. Turn the strength down. There we go. Right. Now what we need to do is the highly technical art of laying a fence. Which I think is somewhere here. Right, where's the fence? There's a fence. Oh, the fact they stick in the ground like that's going to trigger me. I'm going to have to raise them up a load. That's fine, we can do that. So what we can do is do shift, They're kind of hard to select as well. You have to... there we go. That might do, actually. Like it... I feel like, though... Ah! Hello. What are you doing? What are you doing up there? Bugger's offs. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Right. Why can't I delete you? Are you locked? Fine. Fuck you. See if I can delete you now. Nope. I mean, maybe there could be a second pier. We'll come back to that. I'm not sure about this fence, though. Tell you what I would like to do that would make me feel better is let's start putting some trees on, because, you know, shit never looks good until you got trees. Is that the right size tree? You're looking for a tree out there. No, trees are a little bit too big, I think. Okay, slightly bigger size variance there. We'll go for these first. Populate, and obviously don't want them in the water. And they can be anywhere else. Go! This is my favourite bit. This is just nice. I like it. Oh, so good. Okay, that'll do for you. This is where you kill your frame rate. RIP frame rate. I like a few of these in here as well. Christ crucified, it's past midnight. Yeah, Roland, I won't be on too much longer, so don't have too much coffee. Right. Okay, yeah, we could spawn a few of these as well. Some dead trees in the middle. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. And now I think I'll go up one size in terms of trees. Yeah, that's a bit better. I would like the forest to look, you know, like a forest. Ooh. Nice. Roger. Shifting ratios to 2 part whiskey, 1 part coffee. Yeah, sounds very sensible. I hope there's a bit of cream in there. I do like a Scotch coffee. Coffee liqueurs make the world go round. Ah, that reminds me, actually. The sculpt paint, water, paint. Oh no, we're just looking at tiles, aren't we? Do a little bit of that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh no, tiling, we've got to go... Yeah, we've got to go max on the tiling. Oof. Like, that's already not bad for a map, because basically all I need it for is to be able to say, look, here's a boat. I know what we need. We need cranes and lifts and pulleys and... Should we have like a jetty? Yeah, I mean, we've got a better one than that though, haven't we? If I can find the bugger. Right, where are you? Right, I need to do something with those fences. Okay, that's too big. Definitely too big. There we go. Need to make this apparent that this is where the fish are. There we go. There ain't no vegetables here, only fish. Only fish. Right. It's not here, so how about here? There's like a scaffolding here somewhere. That's not the one. But that is a nice one for construction. I do like it. There are some pretty reasonable assets in this. It's not like... You will look at it and you'll be like, God damn, if only there was more. But it's not terrible. So that's definitely too big. And that is questionable, possibly too small. Right. Three. There we go. Doink, 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 doink. Do those... Okay, so plank-wise, this is not quite where it needs to be yet. There we go. Oh, hang about. The hell did you come from? Be gone? There we go. Is there another tree here? Ugh. Crappers. Don't build trees on houses. That's what they say. That's already pretty decent. That's kind of all I needed. Like, it needs a lot more flowers, but no wonder the beastmen want to bring down the Empire. Just look at the excess use of wooden beams. Yeah, I know. Oh, God, sorry, I'm stretching. Same river looking scenery. Yeah, it is. It is. You've kind of got to make a lot of stuff yourself to avoid the repetition. Which is why then you just kind of like go here, take a picture from the other direction. That you can just like customize it yourself entirely, which is probably a better idea to do. That's why I modified it a little bit, but you know, clearly not quite enough. Right, let's just do some tree fan dangling. So if I have a look at these. There we go. So yeah, you can go anywhere, sure, anywhere from there upwards. But we're not going to put you on that's terrain, so you can go on terrain, but not on rocks. Go. Right. So that's kind of where we're looking. It does slow down a lot, the old painting. Like, I think on the larger maps, it paints a lot slower. Hey, there we go. There's some little bits. Right, stop. And what we'll also need are rocks. Definitely need rocks. Is that size all right? No, we're going to go for bigger variety. Okay, we'll go for smaller rocks. Okay, and go. Right. This is where a small map is so much easier, because 5 seconds of this and it would be plenty. Whereas on these large maps, you need to leave it for ages to get like a satisfactory number. Either that or you just get your paintbrush and you start going like, more rocks, more rocks, more rocks, more rocks, more rocks. There you go. Right, stop the rocks. Large tree trunks. La da 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 dee, la da 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 dee da dee dee da dee. Okay. There's not enough trees here though, is there? That's a problem. Ooh. That's also a problem. You're too big. Still a problem. There we go. Yeah, this is all a bit bald. I think it just needs more bushes as well, but... so if we went for like a load of these... Yeah, that helps. Nearly there, nearly there. And this looks a little bit more arid, I think. Ooh. Smaller brush, I think, makes them denser. Right. Not in the water, anywhere else, go. That's basically all I need, is just something where I can have a goddamn boat. And be like... Oh, not you. Not you. Where? There's not going to be a galleon. Like, I just need a... Problem is they don't have a lot of river barges. I like that. You can actually capsize them. Oh, that's beautiful. Some of these models, man. So nice. Which... probably that. But that's more like a Spanish... Oh, hang on. Stop it, damn it. There we go. That's frickin' better. Why did the size suddenly jump up? Oh, hang about. Hell nah. Do we have any other random rocks here? Oh, hello, giant fence. Oh, man. Seems to not be happy deleting stuff. Yeah, okay. It's one of those random days when... Right, guys. I think for now, that'll probably do me. What I think I'll do is... Like, all I need is a picture of that. And I'm like, yeah, that's the fishing guild. Job done. I probably could have done that in like 3 minutes. But, like, I'll probably do the fence and... I don't know. The thing is that no one's gonna actually be looking at it from enough angles to ever notice that those sticks actually go the wrong way round. Unless you like you did that. I do have an idea. Why is Control just making giant versions of things? Sometimes, man, I feckin' swear. Okay, well, that's another one done. Aside from the frickin' silliness, we've got a reasonable fishing village out here. I'll make something more thorough tomorrow, I think, but... That's a starting point, at least. Let's go ahead and save this as number 3. There we go. Right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Just going to be a slightly quicker one today because it's 2 AM and I should have gone to bed feckin' ages ago. So, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodle pip.